Hello, this is 3-1 unit conversions. So there are a couple things that we need to know before we start, which is our prefixes. So the ones that we need to know right now are kilo, that means 1,000. We also need to know centi, which means uh, 0.01, and milli, which means 0.001. In other words, kilo is 10 to the third, centi is 10 to the negative second, milli is 10 to the negative third. Okay, so what does all of this mean? So today we're going to convert units. So for example, if we had 10 centimeters, how many millimeters is that? That's what we're going to do today. So let's actually first talk about some things. So for example, if we had 3 kilometers, what does that mean? Well, we know K stands for kilo. Kilo means 1,000. So that basically means 1,000. M stands for meters. 1,000 meters were 3,000 meters. If you saw something like 5 centimeters, centi means 0.01 or 1/100th. 5 1/100ths of a meter, or 5/100ths of a meter. That's what it basically means. So now I want you to draw this in your notebook. You can sort of think of it as like a triangle. So, let's make this a bit more. So 1 kilo is 1,000, so that's kilo. There's nothing, that's 1. Centi is 0.01. Milli 0.001. So have this diagram in your notes so that you can uh, reference it further. And now we're going to talk a bit about how these can be converted. So there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. And there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. So this is all you're going to need for today's homework. Just learn how to convert, which I'll teach you in a little bit. So as long as you have this in your notes, you should be good. So say we had 3 centimeters. You want to know how many millimeters that is. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply by something. We're going to multiply by 1. But how are you going to multiply by 1? Well, what I want you to do is multiply by something where the end product, the um, the result, has the unit millimeters. Well, how do we do that? Well, we know that centimeters is centimeters over 1, and we know that if something's on the numerator and on the denominator, when you're multiplying, they can be canceled out. So we put centimeters at the bottom. We want millimeters over 1 on the top, so we put millimeters on the top. And now we just need a correct conversion rate from millimeters to centimeters. 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. And you might think, how is this equal to 1? Well, we know that 10 millimeters is the same as 1 centimeter. And we also know that any number divided by itself, or its a number divided by a number that it's equal to is always going to be 1. So this is why this conversion rate still works. So what do we get? 3 times 10, 30. So our answer, 30 millimeters. All right, we'll do a couple more examples. Say we had 5 kilometers. We want meters. We want to know how many meters that is. We're going to have to multiply by something. We don't want kilometers. We want to get rid of it, so we put kilometer on the bottom. We want meters, so we put meters on the top. We want to know how many meters are in a kilometer. We know that 1,000 meters are in 1 kilometer. So that this now equals 1. So that's 5 times 1,000, right? Because 1,000 is in the numerator, so it's 5 over 1. And that becomes 5,000 meters. All right, great. We'll do one more example before we end this class. Say you have 0.5 meters, and we want to know how many centimeters that is. So we want to get rid of meters, so we put meters on the bottom. We want centimeters, so we put that on the top. Okay, so now we know how many centimeters are in a meter. We know that 100 centimeters are in 1 meter. So that's 0.5 times 100, which is 50. Which means that there are 50 centimeters in 0.5 meters. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The homework is due Friday night, and we're going to have a test on Friday on this as well.